This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, a major shift in the sneaker world. Stephen Curry ends his 13-year partnership with Under Armour. Ferrari crowned most valuable F1 team with a staggering $6.4 billion valuation. The Cool Smashers cruise past the Flying Titans, book PBL quarterfinal spot in style. Volleyball Federation faces shakeup as calls grow for new PNVF officials. And the Philippines' Jonas Magpantay claims 10-ball championship title and joins us live via Zoom. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 14th of November. Now, here's our roundup. Stephen Curry and Under Armour are officially parting ways, ending a 13-year partnership after the release of his next signature shoe. Curry is expected to take the Curry brand with him, turning it into an independent venture as he looks to grow it beyond Under Armour. Curry joined Under Armour in 2013 after leaving Nike and became the face of the company as his NBA superstar rise took off. The Curry brand launched in 2020 as an Under Armour sub-label focused on shoes, apparel, and youth basketball, but will now move forward on its own, with Curry free to partner with other companies if he chooses. After a decade of success together, Stephen Curry and Under Armour are going their separate ways, and the next chapter of the Curry brand starts independently. Moving on to F1, Ferrari has been named the most valuable franchise in Formula One with a massive $6.4 billion valuation, according to Sportico's latest report. The 10 F1 teams now combine for over $34 billion in total value, pushing the average F1 franchise to $3.42 billion, higher than the average MLB team and trailing only the NFL and NBA. Sportico notes that teams shared $1.27 billion in prize money last season, with bonuses for top teams and a special historical payment for Ferrari that reaches tens of millions each year. Behind Ferrari, Mercedes is valued at $5.88 billion, McLaren at $4.73 billion, and Red Bull Racing, home of Max Verstappen, sits at $4.32 billion. Even the least valuable team, Haas, comes in at $1.68 billion, higher than Sportico's valuation of the MLB's Milwaukee Brewers. Formula One's value just keeps skyrocketing, and at the top of that pyramid, Ferrari remains the gold standard of global motorsport. Creamline dominates a rivalry showdown and stamps its class on the PBL Reinforced Conference. With a quarterfinal berth secured, the Cool Smashers send a resounding message that they're far from done. Here are the details from our sports correspondent, Zeus Valdez.
The Creamline Cool Smashers left no doubt, overpowering the Choco Mucho Flying Titans to punch their ticket to the quarterfinals of the PBL Reinforced Conference. A composed system-first performance allowed Creamline to cruise to a sweep inside the Big Dome. Courtney Schwan led the charge with 15 points, while Michelle Gumapao added 9. Creamline's depth also shined with Tots Carlos, Pangs Panaga, Sheena Turing, Alaysa Valdez, and Lori Bernardo combining for 24 points. The engine behind the smooth offensive blow setter Kyle Negrito, who tallied 18 excellent sets and earned Best Player of the Game honors.
Sinakuha namin yung panalo. Ang goal lang naman din namin every game is ma-execute yung system, ma-execute yung mga pinapapagura namin. As a setter, masaya sa pakiramdam na alam mo na kahit kanino mo ibigay yung bola, gagawa sila ng paraan para makabulo.
Negrito also described the marquee rivalry match against Choco Mucho, a special experience fueled by the electric support of the fans.
Privilege pa rin. Every time na sila yung mga katapat namin. Masaya eh. Yung mga ganitong games na maraming sumusuporta, sobrang thankful kasi sobrang blessing siya.
With the quarter-final berth secured, Creamline now shifts focus to its next major test, the Cignal Super Spikers, a squad riding high after dealing Zeus Coffee its first defeat. For Choco Mucho, Isa Molde led with 11 points while import Marley Smith was limited to just 5. Hani Tubino added 6 and Madi Madayag and Kat Tolentino combined for 12. With momentum back on their side and a quarter-final berth in hand, the Cool Smashers now eye redemption, determined to prove they're still the standard as they march into the next round. Reporting for the Scorecard, I am Zeus Valdez, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
From warming up in silence to erupting into an unstoppable heat surge, they've set the Giants ablaze. Pangasinan Heatwaves making history in the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Here's the story of our sports correspondent, Sheila Salaysay.
For the first time in franchise history, the Pangasinan Heatwaves have blasted their way into the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League North Division Finals. And they've done it by tearing down every giant in their path. First, they stunned the number 2 Nueva Ecija Rise Vanguards in a 3-game war, a poetic victory for Cabiltes against his former team. Then, they marched straight into San Juan's home floor and delivered another shocker, eliminating the number 3 San Juan Knights with an 83-80 do-or-die win inside the Playtime Phil Oil Center. That victory didn't just silence the crowd, it sent a message across the MPBL. Vic Muscleman Manuel led the uprising, firing 21 points and drilling the clutch basket that sealed the game. His veteran poise held the Heatwaves together when the Knights mounted their final push.
Siyempre, hindi talaga namin expect to eh. So, maraming hindi naniniwala na makakarating kami dito. So yun lang, naglaro kami ng may puso. Talagang gusto namin manalo. Binigay lang namin yung best namin. Saka yung tiwala ni Coach, sinukulian lang namin lahat.
He was backed by Alim Bulanadi's 15 points, Michael Mabulak's double-double, and Hesed Gabo's steady play, a collective effort from a team that simply refused to break. And guiding them through every storm, Coach Gerson Cabiltes, the architect of this improbable run.
I told them na alam ko walang naniniwala that we're gonna beat San Juan and we're gonna enter the finals. But still we believe, sabi ko, every effort and sacrifice namin for the last 8 to 9 months going to this game, sabi ko dito na namin ibuhos lahat for this final game going to the finals. Ang sabi ko sa kanila, alam ko naman when the stakes are high, that's the time they play their best. So I'm very confident going into this game.
Now, the Heatwaves prepare for their toughest test yet, a battle against the number 1 team in the North, the Abra Solid North Weavers. The first 2 games will be played on enemy ground in Abra, while 3 games and 4 shift to Pangasinan, where the Heatwaves hope to ride the full force of their home crowd. Every game from here on out will demand everything they have. But if these playoffs have proven anything, it's this. Pangasinan is not just a dark horse, they're a team rewriting the fate of the North Division, one upset at a time. Reporting for the Scorecard, Sheila Salaysay, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
And now here's your daily dose of sports lingo. Ever heard of a snowman? In golf, a snowman happens when you score an 8th on a single hole because, well, the number 8 looks just like 1. It's every golfer's nightmare. Too many shots, too many mistakes, and a scorecard that's melting under pressure. A snowman can turn a great round into a cold disaster in an instant. But here's the thing, even the pros have meltdowns. The real game is how you recover on the next hole. It's time for our off-court buzzer. A leadership shakeup looms over the Philippine National Volleyball Federation as key insiders push for the General Assembly to elect a new set of officials. The big question now, who are poised to take the helm of the volleyball body? Here is our sports correspondent, Mark Patriarca, for the details.
Pressure is building for a leadership change within the Philippine National Volleyball Federation after the controversy-filled term under President Tats Suzara. Bilyonaryo News Channel has learned that a top PNVF official and allies are pushing to delay the Federation's General Assembly to next year. An idea strongly opposed by another official who points out that under the PNVF bylaws, elected officials may only serve a 4-year term. The reason floated for the delay, the Federation supposedly needs to focus on preparations for Southeast Asian Games in December. A letter signed by the Secretary General was already cascaded to the board members and the Executive Board, setting the General Assembly on November 30, 2025. Meaning, a new president should be seated by the first day of December. Suzara was first elected as PNVF President in 2021 and re-elected in 2023. Under the Federation's own rules, the organization is due for a leadership change this year. A source tells BNC that the PNVF leadership has already been warned that extending the General Assembly to 2026 would mean overstaying in the office and violating their own bylaws. Among the names emerging as possible successors, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, PNVF Board Member Tony Boy Liao, Congressman Richard Gomez, PVL President Ricky Palou, and Michael Angelo Mico Vargas, son of PBA Chairman Ricky Vargas. According to the source, Suzara has reportedly said he will no longer seek another term, something he technically cannot do anyway given the Federation's bylaws. Suzara's tenure has been marked by several contentious decisions. The hosting of the FIVB Men's World Championship drew heavy criticisms for steep ticket prices, which many believe led to sparse crowds in what should have been the biggest volleyball event in the world. He also drew flack for revoking the accreditation of a sports media outlet after it reported on Senate criticism of the FIVB hosting. More recently, the PNVF was called out for delays in releasing international transfer certificates for imports and fill foreign players, stopping several athletes from suiting up on opening day of the ongoing PBL Reinforced Conference. With a leadership shakeup on the horizon, volleyball stakeholders are hoping for real reforms, hoping to start from the top of its leadership hierarchy. Reporting for the Scorecard, I am Mark Patriarca, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
And that's our roundup for tonight, the 14th of November. Up next, Philippines' Q artist Jonas Magpantay made history after being crowned the 2025 Qatar 10-ball champion. He joins us live via Zoom when we return right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. Another proud moment for Philippine billiards. With precision, composure, and world-class skill, the silent killer quietly dismantled the competition, showcasing exceptional cue control and focus from start to finish. He captures the 10-ball championship title. This victory is a shining testament to Filipino excellence. Fresh from his big win in Qatar, we have Jonas Magpantay. Jonas, magandang gabi at maraming salamat sa oras.
Evening po.
Jonas, kamusta naman? How does it feel to be a world champion or have your first title? Kasi nga nabasa ko sa isang article, ito ang unang panalo mo in the international level on the world stage. Kamusta naman? So right now, we are experiencing some technical difficulties with Jonas Magpantay. He was able to compete in Qatar and win his first championship, winning a $100,000 prize, which is close to 6 million pesos. So isang malaking karangalan ito para sa ating bansa that Jonas Magpantay was able to do that. Now, along the way, he had to fight his way back, win against Carlo Biado, and take on his opponent in Poland and winning that match 13-9. So Jonas Magpantay, congratulations to you, and we hope that this is the start of many more things to come, Jonas.
Thank you po, thank you. Sana marami pang dumating.
Jonas, ano ba ang next competition na pinaghahandaan mo?
Next competition ko po, sa ngayon wala pa po eh.
Okay.
Puro practice pa lang po ako sa ngayon.
Okay. Malaking premyo ang napanalunan mo sa Qatar. Ano ang unang investment na gagawin mo with the $100,000 prize? Napakaganda ng ngiti mo ngayon.
Siguro po, bahay.
Ayun.
Kasi hanggang ngayon po na nag-rent pa rin kami ng house. Kaya yun po siguro muna.
Tigasan ka ba, Jonas?
Ano po ako, Mindoro. Sa Mindoro po talaga ako ipinanganak. Kaya lang, sa Batangas po kasi ako lumaki.
Okay. Okay. Gusto ko lang kita itanong, Jonas, about dun sa lumaban ka sa ating kababayan na si Carlo Biado on the way to the finals. Kamusta naman yung challenge na yon na nakalaban mo si Biado?
Ayun nga po, isang karangalan na makalaban ng ating world champion na si Carlo Biado. Isa sa mga iniidolo ko din yan na bilyarista sa atin. Nung una, pressure. Saka katunayan po, naunahan niya ako. Race to 11 yung laban namin. Naunahan na ako ng first 3 games. Kaya akala ko nun, hindi ko na siya matatalo. Pero niwerte pa rin po tayo sa bola eh. Buti na lang yung laro po natin, buti na lang, hindi sumuko. At ayun nga.
At sigurado ako na malaking confidence booster yun sa'yo. Sa finals naman, nakalaban mo, Simon Cural. Tama ba? Simon Cural ng Poland?
Apo, Simon Cural.
Ayun. Naunahan mo siya, so lamang ka, kontrolado mo yung laban, pero naka 3 straight siya. Anong dumaan sa isip mo nung naghahabol na si Simon?
Napa-time out na rin po ako nung panahon na yun. Dahil sabi ko, pag nagtuloy-tuloy ito, kailangan mag-time out talaga ako. Kaya nung nasa restroom ako, nag-relax ako. At saka doon pa lang, nagpe-pray na rin po ako na sana nga na hindi ako mahabol ni Simon dahil magaling din talaga yung nilalaro niya. At saka isa po yun sa mga taga-Poland. At saka kung nanalo po siya ron nung time na yun, back-to-back nila yung tournament na yun. Dahil last defending champion Poland din, kasama niya.
Laking
Kaya
bagay.
sabi ko, hindi magpapatalo ang Pilipinas.
Grabe, pambihirang tagumpay yan para sa atin, Jonas. Now, nabasa ko na first championship mo to internationally, first title, tama ba?
Apo, first title.
So,
Tapos yun pa yung binigay.
Kamusta naman ang feeling na everyday gumigising ka as a champion at kilala sa buong mundo?
Ayun, parang para sa akin po parang normal pa rin. Kahit na maraming pag lumalabas na ako ng bahay, nakakapanibago dahil ang dami nagpapapicture sa akin. Sabi ko, kilala na rin pala ako. Kaya masaya po ako dahil kasi ito talaga yung pangarap ko mula nang matuto ako magbilyar eh. Kaya sobrang saya po, sobrang pasasalamat ko sa Panginoon.
Ayan, Jonas, maraming salamat. We congratulate you for your big win. Ano ang mensahe mo sa lahat ng mga fans, mga bago mong fans na I'm sure susuportahan ka sa susunod na bahagi ng iyong career?
Sa lahat ng sumusuporta po sa akin, taos puso ako nagpapasalamat hindi lang sa mga kaibigan ko, sa mga kamag-anak ko, pati na po sa mga bago ko nakikilala. Kapag may mga nagpapapicture nga sa akin, maraming salamat po sa inyo dahil isa po kayo sa dahilan kung bakit lumalakas ang loob ko sa mga laban. Maraming salamat po.
At maraming salamat din, Jonas, the silent killer, Magpantay. Maraming salamat sa oras and congratulations again, Jonas. Magandang gabi sa'yo.
Thank you po, thank you.
Alright, thank you so much to Jonas for the time. And now, it's time to keep our eyes on the prize. The Lakers are resetting, the Pelicans are slipping, and Los Angeles enters Saturday's NBA Top West Group B matchup looking to rebound, while New Orleans seeks any kind of stability amid a rough start. The Lakers are 1-2 so far on their 5-game road trip, and their most recent outing is a harsh reality check. Oklahoma City ran away with a 121-92 beatdown, the most lopsided loss for the Lakers this season. Luka Doncic was limited to a season-low 19 points. Austin Reeves finished with just 13, and the duo struggled together at 11 for 32 from the field. LeBron James remains out. He's nearing a return, though. after practicing with the G League group. Kalahin mo yun, Lebron pumapractice kasama ang G League. It's not expected to join the team until they get back to Los Angeles next week. Now, New Orleans. 3 straight losses, dropped to 2-9. They fell 125-117 to Portland despite a strong push from their youngsters. Rookie Derek Queen continued his impressive rise with 26 points off the bench. Sadiq Bey added 25 and Trey Murphy contributed 22. Queen, he logged a career-high 37 minutes and showed how difficult he can be to defend at 6'9", using his size against smaller matchups and his speed against bigger ones. But injuries continue to wear down the rotation. Zion Williamson out with a hamstring injury. DeJounte Murray with an Achilles, and Jordan Poole, who has a knee injury, all remain out. Zion, though, has been cleared for contact but will continue to sit. Poole closing in on a return to practice, while Murray, unfortunately, is expected to be out until January. Now, if Doncic and Reeves find their groove, the Lakers should be in position to right the ship. But if New Orleans gets another big night from Queen, and if they capitalize on LA's mistakes, this game could be far more competitive than the records suggest. The Lakers are seeking a strong response while the Pelicans are hunting for a breakthrough. And this NBA Cup showdown could shape the next chapter for both teams. So here's our full breakdown for tomorrow's games. Before we go, think on this. From the most successful and most decorated Olympian of all time, Michael Phelps, he says, you can't put a limit on anything. The more you dream, the farther you get. And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again next week on The Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This is Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Happy weekend.